Hi there guys, this is Cassandra. I'm a Riffle in Time and I'm so glad you're here. Today I thought we could just kind of do an altar refresh. I am doing kind of like a spring inspired altar. I did not during like the equinox get to set up my altar, which I normally do, and I have my little Ostara blessing candle set and my intentions are set here in spring. A lot of kind of abundance, rebirth, prosperity vibes, a lot of just good springy energy. I think it's better now for me to do it anyways because it's starting to feel a lot more like spring in my physical world. We had a couple fake springs before, like in Ohio, before it starts to be actual spring. And then also I was really feeling sick, and I don't like to do like altar and like spell work when I'm feeling like really sick. So I'm starting to feel a lot better, so I thought it was a perfect time. I started cleaning off my altar. That's the first thing I usually do, is my base, clean off my base and start cleaning off my pieces. I also will love to say, before I even get into any farther, these are all my thoughts and opinions, feelings, and what I do. Do what you do. I'm so happy for you. I think that everyone should do their due diligence and their research and do what feels good. And so I'm not an expert at anything in the world, so I look up stuff. And even if I was, I would still look up and reference things. So I do like to check, like I have tulips that grow in my backyard, and there's one that I think is on its last leaf of life, and I brought it in because I wanted to like put it on my altar and let it live its last days here beautifully in my room on my altar. And I looked up tulips, like what do they represent? Rebirth and new beginnings, which is perfect. They are a very springy representative flower. So, but I did want to check. I always double check before I go too crazy. So I do have my little tulip, and this is in I think I've shown this in one of my monthly favorites videos. Lost Petal Pottery is a local pottery witchy shop. This is like her little Luna Moth moon tumbler. I love this tumbler, and since it's even drink safe, so I could like drink out of it if I wanted to, but I thought it would be perfect for my little tulip here. I have my Ostara blessing candle, which is also a local purchase. This is from Tarot Torches, and it smells absolutely divine, and it's dressed with jasmine, rose, and vervain leaves in pieces on top, and it's very beautiful. Beautiful woodwick candle. And then also, I like to start adding pieces that feel springy to me. And another thing that I want to do is, I'm not sure which deck I want to use, but I think I'm going to get the Empress out. I have 2 decks here that were part of my spring decks, and I want to see what the Empress is from them. I forgot to mention the Mother Tarot in my spring video. I was so upset because it's one of my most springy decks, I think. And I just don't remember the Empress on this one, so we're gonna look. I also want to see the Empress from the Forest lore. The beech tree for Empress. I don't know, honestly, I might want to go Forest lore here. Oh, and then I have my little card stand. I think it's always really fitting in when I'm doing like the floral kind of springy abundance vibes, is that I use that one. I think I actually might use the Forest lore instead of the Mother, because I really think that's one beautiful tree there. I don't know if I showed you, and I really want to be kind of nature reflective. I'm going to read out of the guidebook. Let's see here. Let's see our Empress. I went back way too far. Nature, beauty, abundance, creativity, sensuality, pleasure, nurturing, fertility, grounded energy. This Empress's aura isn't ethereal and intangible, but earthy and grounded. Their power is raw and untamed. You may find it in the wet grass beneath your bare feet, in rocks and streams, and buried among the muddy leaves of the forest floor. You may hear its chorus howling in the wind, the wild wind on mountaintops. This card gently prods you to reconnect with the natural realm, and a reminder to immerse yourself in unadulterated beauty around you. Love it. I love that choice. I think it is absolutely perfect. Another thing I really like to add for spring, I have this beautiful rose quartz tower here. I also, for my prosperity abundance, I have this pyrite sphere, which feels right. More kind of springy vibes here. I have my lovely little babies. This is these little lepidolite snakes. This is Mama, and this is Baby. I actually got these when I first had Marcellus, and it was me and Marcellus, or the representation of these, and I love them. I love them so. Also, snakes do that kind of rebirth vibe that I'm looking for. Kind of, there's something so beautiful about spring for me, because like the whole world and all the creatures, it's like everything's really cyclical. So, and during the winter, I'm feeling like I'm burying myself to last through the winter, and in spring I feel like that renewal is really beneficial, because there's a lot of like the bulk of winter that still feels like it's clinging to me, and I love a good renewal vibe for my altar. I also have this little, what is it, kind of sachet of herbs and crystal. There's a lovely piece of citrine in here, some cinnamon, some other herbs. This was made by Crystalline Gems. She actually did one of these in her live sales to add like to your crystal order if you wanted. So I did that. I want to intentionally put that in here. And then I love to, so I'm replacing, this normally lives in this. This is a clear quartz bowl, and it has a ton of lovelies in it. And I'm trying to figure out if I want to, here, let's take everyone out of here. I also have this beautiful feather from a bird that I really love that's near my home. I have a couple of my sweet lovely cat's whiskers in here too. Like to add little touches of nature. Now, I really love the crystals in this bowl. So what I'll have to do is decide here if I want these crystals in this clear quartz bowl. I'm gonna clean while I do it though. Or do I want the snakes? I love the snakes. So let's see here. Let's look at lepidolite. So I have some crystal books I like to use. Do we have lepidolite in this one? This just happens to be the one on top. Okay. Okay. I like to reference a couple. Like I will do my due diligence and find it in a couple places, because everywhere's a little different. I don't know if anyone else has the notice that. Lepidolite 378. So a lot of what I do is I just kind of look at my references, make sure everything matches. because this is, the lepidolite is one I use a lot in like, when I'm looking for support in my relationship, like my mother-son relationship. So if, like, I need some extra mothering support, it really has this like soft, nurturing energy to me. I like that overcomes fears that restrict us from doing what we really want. Take a leap of faith. There are no certainties, but you gain nothing by waiting. Emotional healing. It detoxifies emotions, bringing calm, reducing dependency on others for emotional well-being, soothing for personality disorders. I'm not sure if they fit the vibes of what I'm going for the altar, though I love the snakes themselves, but not so much the actual crystals. Whereas like I have like citrine here. These live in the clear quartz being like a good amplifier too. I have citrine, which is always good for some really nice like Brazilian citrine too. Then I have some carnelian, a good creativity, also sunstone, more of that kind of like joyous, happy. I have this beautiful spessartine garnet that is to die for. Some green adventurine, just like some really beautiful pieces. Now this is not green adventurine. This, I believe, belongs in a different bowl. And then this like really big yummy piece of orange calcite and a little pyrite cube. And then I also have this really beautiful pyrited ammonite. Did I say that correctly? Who knows? The world may never know. That I really love. And then a nice, beautiful moonstone. And that's what usually lives in this bowl, carrying us into absolute delight. I recently got a piece of prehnite without the epidite in it. I can't remember, but green still suits us. So currently I have my rose quartz tower, my Empress card. I have my beautiful vessel here with my tulips. I have my pyrite. I have my little crystal bowl. So I have my water. I also have my earth with like the crystals I have a lot of earth here. I also have some air vibes with the like lit candle, and even when it's not lit, I have some air vibes, and I have water in the actual container. So my elements are all represented. I also have some of my potions here, and I love my value for value, but am I feeling more of an emerge vibe? So do I have it close? So we're going to look at my different potions, and these are from Crystal the Oracle, and she does this really cool thing where she gives you like what the intention of each of them is, where to put them on your body, and kind of little affirmation like spell to stay with them. So I want to look at emerge. Its intention is to expand into and unapologetically claim the fullness of your magnetism, receptive power. So key spots on your body: chest, shoulders, collarbone, palms of hands, crown of head. My life is fertile and ripe for abundance, and I emerge now in the power to create my authentically satisfying life. So obviously I was very right. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in the palm of my hands. and chest. I have my shoulders and collarbone and the crown of my head. My energy is fertile and ripe for abundance, and I emerge now with the power to create my authentically satisfying life. And for the third time, my energy is fertile and ripe for abundance. I emerge now with the power to create my authentically satisfying life. I like to also add it to the handles here of my altar. And I really like allow as well as another one I was thinking of. So the potion for receiving, I allow myself to receive the highest version of myself along with their desires. Key spots on the body, the tops of hands, the insides of wrists, the collarbone, and the sternum. So we're going to do tops. So I release myself from the external conditioning of what I should be, want, and allow myself to thrive as I truly am, embracing the things I truly desire. Kind of rub wrists and then sternum. So I release myself from external conditionings of what I should be, want, and allow myself to thrive as who I truly am, embracing the things I truly desire. I release myself from the external conditioning of what I should be and want, and allow myself to thrive as who I truly am, embracing the things I truly desire. And I'm gonna also again add. Now, those are the potions I want to use. And I really love the value for value too, but let's look. Value for value. I just don't think I can avoid using it. Your value being seen and compensated, success in entrepreneurship, business, or career. Key spots on your body to anoint the hands and the objects related to the work being done. I give myself grace through the momentum to come. My value is known and appreciated by me and the people I serve. I give myself grace through the momentum to come. My value is known and appreciated by me and the people I serve. I give myself grace through the momentum to come. My value is known and appreciated by me and the people I serve. So, yep, that's it. That's good. I did bring over some others just in case, but I think that those are the winners for sure. Now, those all need to go back. And I think I will keep my lepidolite snakes where they normally live, over here. This lovely piece of ametrine I want close by. I also like to keep my little bookmark with my altar because my intention for the abundance and prosperity is through through a riffle and also like myself. So I think something I always usually do too is I have this little jar of coins, and my partner collects, not like crazy intentionally collects, but has collected over time coins that they have gotten. And then also I've added to as well, and I want to find a spot on the altar for it because I feel like they need to be here. I might have to, and what I might do, maybe these don't have to be physically on, they can just be next to. Pick a good there any that stand out? I'll just put a coin, and then I have my, this is money my grandma gave me on the day my son was born, and she snuck it into a card and gave it to me, and I will never spend it. It is my special blessing of an offering to my family and like our growing prosperity and abundance. And it was just, it's obviously a pure love donation, but it was to get us anything we need, and I take that petition very seriously, and so I always use it in my abundance altars. It makes me very emotional anytime I think about it, but that money will forever live with me, and I will never spend it. If I have to spend it, it'll be like desperate. I have to spend it. But I think that's my altar, guys. I want to give you, here, let's see if you can see it better. Here, I'll take you off she's beautiful. And yes, I did a terrible job burning my candle this past time. I had to leave sooner than I thought the first time I burned it, and obviously now forevermore it will not burn correctly. But I love you. Thanks for hanging out.